Wednesday music team on the darkness of Lady Gaga, why Enid would love K-pop demon hunters and more. Leading lady Jenna Ortega also does an unforgettable dance to one of Blackpink's hits in Season 2. Expectations for the music team behind Netflix's Wednesday were always going to be high when it came to Season 2, with the first installment of the reimagined Addams Family series pulling in historic numbers for the streamer when it first premiered in 2022. With 341.23 million hours watched, it broke the record previously held by Stranger Things 4 for first-week views on the platform. But part of what made the show's debut as successful as it was can be chalked up to its memorable musical moments, both planned and not. Everything from Jenna Ortega's original choreography to the black dress she was wearing at a Nevermore Academy formal scene became iconic. As music supervisor Jen Malone tells Billboard, thanks to a perfectly creepy-crawly goo-goo muck sync, after which the Cramps also got an 8,650% streaming boost on the track. And when fans started using the scene to make edits paired with Lady Gaga's Bloody Mary, the show's popularity only continued to surge while the 11-year-old Born This Way deep cut became an unofficial yet unequivocal part of the Wednesday universe. Naturally, 3 years later, fans of the series weren't just going to be dying to see how Wednesday Addams, played by Jenna Ortega, would return to handle her unfinished business with love interest-turned-killer monster Tyler Galpin, and solve the mystery of her anonymous stalker. They would also be expecting even more inspired musical choices. Adding to the pressure was Mother Monster herself joining the show, with Gaga coming aboard to play the ghost of a deceased Nevermore professor, who at one point sends Wednesday down a dangerous path as she tries to regain her psychic abilities, and contribute an original song titled The Dead Dance to the show. But just as Miss Addams always seems to find a way out of trouble, near-death experiences included, the Wednesday music team absolutely rose to the occasion on Season 2, particularly shining on the second batch of episodes that premiere Wednesday, September 3rd. Below, Malone, co-supervisor Nicole Weisberg and composer Chris Bacon tell Billboard all about how they pushed the show's sonic world into even darker territory, while simultaneously subverting viewer expectations with an Enid-approved Blackpink tribute, honoring the Addams family's Hispanic roots, working with Gaga and more. Also, beware, spoilers for the second half of Wednesday are fair game beyond this point. What was it like to score music for Lady Gaga's scenes? Did you take any cues from her performance on screen while composing? Bacon, it was naturally very exciting to see Lady Gaga pop up on screen, but it was also just treating her like she's any other character. What is her job? What is her role in this story? Who is her character? What is her emotional arc? She brings a certain mythology with her, and there's a certain mystery and maybe a hint of darkness to her, just like everybody in the Wednesday universe. So it was fun to get to play with that musically. She delivers her performance in a very specific way, and I don't necessarily need to add to that as much as compliment it in a way. So, I played a lot with some more synthetic sounds, kind of at a higher frequency, and played with reverse effects based on what her job is in the story. The Bloody Mary phenomenon from last season was almost a moment of reverse music supervision, with fans being the ones to say, "This is the song we think goes best here." As music supervisors, what was your reaction to that, especially now seeing how it led to Gaga joining the show? Weisberg, when we first heard about it, we were like, what? What is happening? That sort of pop culture for you at its best, evolving on its own. It has a mind of its own sometimes. I mean, Lady Gaga is so iconic that it's like, who knows if this would have happened on its own or not. But it was definitely a treat for all of us to see, like Chris said, someone like that popping on screen and bringing such an added element. Goo Goo Muck also went crazy viral last season. Did you feel pressure to recreate that virality this time around? Malone, we really don't look for that, and that's not really our job. Our job is to service the story and the characters. The song just being what it is, I think it really lent itself to that sticky moment. But we definitely do not look for or try to recreate moments that will go viral. Like with Blackpink, that's just Enid's sound. We have used K-pop in both Season 1 and in Season 2, so that was just a natural extension of her character as opposed to, ooh, maybe this can go viral. As you mentioned, Blackpink's Boombayah plays during an unforgettable sequence where Enid, Emma Myers, trapped inside Wednesday's body and vice versa, cheerfully frolics around campus in uncharacteristically colorful clothing. Of all the K-pop hits, why was that the perfect one? Weisberg, producers had this song in mind, And also, I think the nature of the song and the way the lyrics are, it kind of makes for a playful moment instead of like a K-pop love song. Boombaya, and the way that song felt called for the comedic dancing that was going to go with it. But really, Jenna brought that whole sequence to life. When we got the script, we were pretty certain it was going to play well, just the counterpoint of her and Enid. The body switch episode was definitely a really great script to receive. You're kind of already imagining what it could be. Do you think Enid is a blink? Weisberg, I think she's a fan. Most people that age are. I think season 1, it was more like, oh, she'd probably be into K-pop. And then, I mean, it definitely hasn't gotten less popular. So I think it sort of made sense to stay aligned there. When you think about, like, K-pop Demon Hunters and what that's doing right now on the charts, it's sort of taking over, more so than pop music from the 2000s might have been. I think anyone her age is definitely aware of K-pop at this point. I bet Enid would love K-pop Demon Hunters. Weisberg, yeah. I'm sure she would too. Malone, on many levels. Laughs. How much was Jenna involved in the music this season? Weisberg, she's always involved in the cello, in her moments, for sure. She makes playlists, she's really into being a part of that. Malone, she works very closely with her cello teacher because she has to get these pieces well in advance to learn. And she's definitely involved in giving us notes and helping us get these songs arranged to where they need to be. This season, there seem to be more allusions to the Addams family's Hispanic roots, like when Gomez, Luis Guzman, takes a shower while singing along to Besame Mucho. How much did you think about their heritage while crafting the music in S2? Bacon, from a score standpoint, Morticia, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Gomez were much more involved this season, and they had more specific moments to themselves and also in conjunction with Wednesday. I think there were some more overt Latin elements this season as well. I mean, you have Catherine Zeta-Jones and Jenna Ortega in a blindfolded duel, and it was fun to introduce little guitar elements every now and then that could kind of connect to that, or to have an accordion presence that would come in with Gomez's over-the-top romantic gestures.